How's it going, everybody? This is RONIN47R, and today we are coming back to you with another after-action report with the T-150. Let's check out the game mode, and then we'll get started. Standard Battle. In this game mode, there are two flags, and each team spawns near their own. The objective is to either eliminate the opposing team completely, or capture their flag within 15 minutes to claim victory. Alright, everybody. Again, welcome back. This is an after-action report, and it is on the T-150. This first game starts out on Lakeville, and I've gathered a couple of games for you when I was playing the T-150. Why? Because this, or these, are the last few games, right up to the last game I'm going to be sharing with you. It's the last game that I had to play in order to unlock the research for the KV-3. So, kind of cool. And I did record and capture the unlocking process. However, I am saving up my pennies and checking for coins in the couch, etc., for enough silver so that I can purchase the KV-3. I've got so many tanks that I'm grinding simultaneously. I don't know if that's smart or not, but the problem is that it's a slow process of moving forward when you have, 8 to 10 different lines that you're grinding at the same time. But I'm seeking help. But that's another story for another time. Getting back to the T-150. It's an interesting tank. It's funny. I hear a lot of people who love it, and I don't really hear anybody that hates it, but I hear people that really love it. It's great, and, blah, blah, blah. But for me, I actually had trouble with this tank. Well, I shouldn't say trouble. I did not enjoy it like some of the others, and I'm going to blame it on just my particular style of what I like when it comes to guns. The highest gun in this game is not the typical, I don't know, hard-hitting, mega nuclear gun I would expect from Russia. It's more on the, for Russia, more on the faster reloading, smaller side. But that's, that's okay. It is what it is, and it's tier 6, and I cannot wait to get to the next tier, tier 7. You can see here I've taken a little bit of a hit. With this tank, I'm fairly confident to do what I'm doing here on the hill. It can take a few hits, but it is not as bouncy, not as survivable as IS-6 or some of the more slopey tanks, IS-3, even the IS. But again, I know, it's apples, apples, oranges, and I want to be fair to the T-150. It just has a lot of those straight, straight up and down sides. So it kind of catches the shells and holds onto them and hugs them, and then you start losing damage. But it can do what you want it to do when you need it to, if you're smart. And, I'm just not going to charge out there. Make sure you side scrape. Go with a team, that sort of thing. It does have a pretty large commander's hatch that can be problematic, but it's like any other commander hatch. You keep moving back and forth and make it hard for the folks to aim in on you. It has a pretty quick reload, like I mentioned before, so therefore it does carry a lot of shells. See, I'm doing a lot of bouncing. Look at that tiger, he's running off. I'm out of here. See ya. And the reload just wasn't quick enough for me to get that guy. And I thought that was a pretty good shot on the commander's hatch. We're pretty darn close, and it still bounced yet again. So now I'm going to go for a little something more obvious. Well, that side turret didn't work. I thought I had enough pin for the T-32 side turret. So now I'm going for 101. Shooting a T-32 101 class. There we go. Patiently. There we go. Yep, well, I got to play a little bit. But, even just your presence, in locations, unless they're really, really a determined force, your presence, even if they only see one of you, is sometimes enough to give them pause. And I find that tactic is enough to buy some time for the rest of your team. There's that tiger. Turret ring. Maybe the bottom of the turret. Nothing. Okay. He just bounced off of somebody. Going in again. I was going to go for the hull, but he is at an angle, so it's a flip of the coin. Yeah, that's a bounce. You know, you're looking at a pretty cool tier 7. Now, he was turning the turret, so I figured what I'll do is I'll go for the side of the turret and then watch the planning. Boom. Did get a 315 on that roll, and what I was doing was I was hoping that the mutant was going to continue by, and that's why I didn't move, because if I moved to go around the mutant, I would have lost my aim tightening. So that worked out pretty darn well. And an unimpressive 30,000 silver, 2,000 experience. But, you know, I never claimed to be the Olympic star tanker. You know, I'm just grinding through. I'm an average Joe with average skills. Although my name's not Joe. But if it was, I'd probably be average still. That's random. So now we're on Ensk. I have a love-hate relationship with this map. It can go really, really well for me, or it can be really, really bad. It's has a nice mix of that open on one side of the map and that crazy maze on the other side. Instead of peekaboo, it's like peek-a-die sometimes if you're just in the wrong spot and they're swarming. So we're cruising along, another standard battle. It is a big tank. I'm watching this replay and it makes me kind of want to bust out my KV-220 for some reason. It's just that body of the tank just reminds me of it. It's funny how it seems like these Russian tanks, okay, when I say these, I mean the kind that are similar to and related to the T-150. It's almost like the hull is stronger than the turret, you know, based on angles and whatnot. But it just, you know, my luck. I'm just basing on my experience. It's funny. KV1s, that sort of thing. It seems like when I'm playing, it's like, gosh, you know, I might as well just go for turret action because the hulls are usually pretty darn strong. Little side scraping again. Trying to plan the reload and the aim shrink. Yeah, there's a tier 7 T-29 against my tier 6 T-150. So far, so good. I mean, it's just been, my tracks have been hungry. They just keep feeding my tracks little vitamin shells. So I'm trying to keep him tracked, because he is at a good angle as far as me trying to get damage off of him. Real hit and miss. So I figure if I can track him, keep him tracked, helps the team. There we go. Helps the team, and of course, don't forget you get some damage points for folks hitting the target that you tracked. So that's pretty cool. I didn't want to go way out there, so that's why I was going for that further off target. And then, to my left, someone. I mean, look at that. This, it is so cool. The engine is damaged, and so when you're in sniper mode, you can see the engine smoke billowing out. It's pretty cool looking. Ooh, yes, straight on, but I bounced. I was trying to go for that machine gun port again, but I just did not feel comfortable staying out there longer than I have to. What can we do? Here we go, here we go. Give it to me. Nice. Lower Glacius. And I'm still at, what, 55%-ish health? Not too bad. Teams look pretty even. Isn't that cool? He disappears as far as, you know, not being spotted, and then he reappears. I don't know what the guys can see behind me, but it was interesting that he did disappear until I popped out. Alright, now he's taking cover. Could be a feign, you know. He could be just pretending like he's running, and he's waiting for the trap, or he truly is saying, I'm out of here, I'm going to go ahead and battle someone else. I don't know. Bad angle. Look, I'm broadside. Not a good angle, but I have to get down there. Okay, got him on the side, so that's good. Goodbye, medium. And I think that T-29 is going all the way around the building. I'm not sure, but it's hard to tell. A lot of dots through the building that I'm seeing. A lot of icons. Here we go. Nice. Okay, so we got that guy who was trying to sneak up on the back of my tank destroyer. I love taking, one of my favorite things, I love taking out guys who are picking on my players. I love it. You cannot mess with my people. I'm going to cast my staff down and tell them to let my people go. Alright, I should have a contest, you know. This officially, I'm saying this is not a contest yet, or it might not ever be, but I'm just saying. It's kind of funny. You can say these little references when I'm in platoons or, you know, commenting by myself or whatever, and it's so cool that you guys pick up on these little random... I never would have expected you guys to catch it, innuendos, so it's pretty funny, pretty cool for me. Look at that. That is a big tank. It's a good shot. He's modeling while he's in the middle of the battle. Alright, well that's the game. Pretty good game. Not too bad. I mean, it wasn't, at least for me, it wasn't too braggable or anything, but, you know, you put in your everyone puts in 2 cents, and you can win the game, so I feel like I did my little fair share in my little corner of the map. Everybody else did, and we pulled out a victory. Did you see that impressive 50% badge? Yeah, not being facetious. So I'm second place, a whopping 942 on experience. Whatever. Okay, so now we're on Cliff, and let's see how this guy unfolds. It looks like we're top tier, so could be worse, right? All right, waiting the countdown, the ticking, the talking. Alright. It's kind of fun to look at these replays after you've recorded them. Well, I mean, obviously it's after you recorded them. More specifically, when you have recorded it and you've been busy with other things, and then you come back to it, so you don't really remember exactly what happened in the replays. So when you go to watch the replays again, it's almost like I'm watching it like you guys, because I don't remember what's going to happen. So I get to see this, experience it all over again, and remember the good, the bad, and the not so good. I've only seen that icon a few times. I don't know if it's the same guy or not, but I pay attention to the emblems on tanks, and you know, some are more popular than others. But that blue horse, I don't really see that one often, so it's cool. Trying to lead, he's turning, got a piece at 329. So there's, you know, there's some pretty good damage that the T-150 puts out. Granted, he's a tier lower than me, and why that guy ran all the way over here with that tank like that, I have no idea. I mean, a scout, I understand what you're doing. You're scouting, you know. Hopefully you survive, but I think that was a 5/4, and I just wouldn't have run all the way over to the middle of the map where we can all see him and shoot at him, but I don't know. Hopefully that scout in the northwest gets taken care of by our team, and alright, doing my part. Here is my twin. Good hit at what, 268-ish? And I just now got spotted, got hit for some damage, took some damage off of him, and now someone got him. Alright, decisions. Do I assist with the going around the point on the E9 area? Yeah, I think I will. I feel like it's solid on the one line is solid, and I feel like they're not too, the enemy is not moving too quickly on the G6 area. So yeah, let's control the flanking maneuver that they're doing. Using that rock for some cover. Now I know I'm not side scraping, but I'm kind of trying to decide, do I go based on what this guy's going to do? I may move around the rock counterclockwise, or you know, I'm just trying to figure out what's going on now. T-49, you know, tank destroyer, tier 5. Those guys are pretty darn strong for being such little guys. Of course, one of the drawbacks of them is that they can only take about 2 hits. It's almost like they're a scout with a really, really big, angry stick of a gun. You know, they're T-49 is a really cool, fun tank if you like the scouting slash tank destroying. But he was out there by himself. He got isolated. Sucks for him. And now we got to figure out. He's tier 5. I don't care. He can still hurt you. There we go. Okay, he was busy looking over there, and I got a nice hit on the hull. So now we've controlled that. It's down to 3. You know, I feel like it's in the bag, but again, I never... Okay, not never. 99% of the time, I do not want to... what does Han Solo say? You know, don't get cocky, kid. You know, it's not over till it's over. There's still some baddies, and, you know, somebody's going to jump out and take me out just when I think I have it in the bag with my luck, so be careful. We're down to 1 triangle. 1 TD, and he is getting hit time and time again. Look at that. He's just bleeding out hundreds of points. Almost 100. A lot on that one. And I'm looking for UFOs in the sky. See if I'm being followed by any aircraft. Alright, there goes my blind driving. Little hero shot at the end. I wasn't going to get that tank destroyer, no way. Unimpressive. Look at that, 50% mastery badge. I am so average at this tank. So 37 silver, 1300 in experience. So we're getting there. All right, let's check out this next game mode on steps.
Encounter battle. In this game mode, there is only one neutral flag under neither team's control, and teams spawn at opposing sides of the map equidistant from the flag. The objective is to either eliminate the opposing team completely or capture the flag within 15 minutes to claim victory.
Alright, well, it looks like we are changing game modes here. RNG is throwing at us an encounter battle on steps, and we are once again top tier, so that I will take that. That is good to go. Alright, so we've got, what, 4 heavies on our team? One of them is my cousin, another tier 6 Russian heavy tank, but on the other line. Looks like the KV-1S. That's a very good tank. You know, it's funny, if you were to kind of analyze and look at what's the difference between the 2 lines. I mean, Russia came up with 2 different lines. They're heavy tanks, okay, but they're 2 different approaches to heavy tanks, and if you go tier 6 to tier 6, in this example, KV-1S versus T-150, it's kind of interesting to just see what it is that drove them to, what philosophy, to come up with one tank and the other. You know, one of the things that jumps out at me, again, I mentioned it earlier, is just kind of the gun style. KV-1S, to me, is more a traditional approach to Russian gun, you know, punch hard, slow reload. This guy's punch less hard, faster reload. Making it simplistic. Alright, so someone is capping. Not too worried about it, you know. We'll see. We'll make it. We're cruising around the map, kind of sweeping around. By the way, did you guys notice a bizarre thing? And I'm sure you guys have experienced it before because I've read about it. We spawned in red squares, whereas the red team spawned in the green squares. If you look at the map, it's flipped, so kind of goofy. Alternate dimension. Oh, here you go. Stug. Oh, 277. Right up the tailpipe. Now we have a tier 4 Matilda. That guy, you know, Matildas are rad. They are so iconic. They're very strong for their tier. They're very unique, very individualistic. I don't know. They're cool. I'm not going to say you're going to be the superhero just because you're driving one, you know. But they just, you know, they really carry their own weight when you know what you're doing with them. You think there's this, you know, hey, look, there's a medium. I'm just going to come up on this guy and wail on him. Yeah, I don't know. Be careful. Okay, Stug comes around. I don't know if he's after me or just repositioning in general, but we need to change his mind on that. Get out of here. Riding the ridge on that train track for so long. Good job. I will gladly take that. Oh, tier 6 Jackson over there? He can really leave me, leave a mark on my tank. I don't like that. So what's going on? Ooh, and an arty. Oh boy. See, this is the tempting thing. You want to run over and pop the arty, but you know there's a Jackson. So, hello, he just now noticed me. He's turning. Too late for him. 309. Yes, he took some damage out, but guess what? It's like that tickled. Wait for it. There we go. And now, in my mind, this is kind of, unless some miracle happens, this is the turning of the game for the Reds. I should go bird hunting. Lead that duck. Alright, good deal. Good deal. Duck hunt came into play there. Oh, and just then, when I looked at the map, I'm like, oh, there's an Artie next to me. So that's when I noticed him. So, whoops. Yeah, he was hidden pretty well. Alright, but these guys, you know, it's snowball for the Reds, and they are quickly melting. Looks like, I think, 4 captors on the flag, if I'm reading that correctly, and then I was like, what the? And there's a rock there, and look at that. I was cruising along, and I did not understand for a moment what was happening. I thought I was lagging out. You would think you would be able to drive over that rock. I don't know. It wasn't that tall. It was like 1.5 feet tall or something. It's a tank. Alright, so these guys are, now they're down to 2 captors. So they're dancing over there trying to survive. There's only 4 of them. This is just a matter of time. Not too bad on the speed. What is that, 34 kilometers per hour? I mean, that's, you know, rough terrain, big tank. Or is it 24? Anyways, but, well, now it looks like it's in the 20s. But it is pretty fast. Well, I mean, relatively speaking. One last tank. Do you think I'll get a piece of them? Anybody going to take some bets here? Nope. Didn't happen. Good game, though. We swept around and did our part. Good job, guys. Now that is much better. That was much better. Was it 54,000? 1,600 on experience. That's way better. Yay, Reaper. What was that, high caliber earlier? So now I'm up to 80%. Still, again, nothing too braggable. But anyways, you know, 4 kills, a good amount of connects, and that's where the money came from. So I only came into first place by about 100 experience. Nothing too crazy, but it was a good game. Himmelsdorf, completely opposite play style than the last map. Let's see what the game mode is.
Standard battle. In this game mode, there are 2 flags, and each team spawns near their own. The objective is to either eliminate the opposing team completely, or capture their flag within 15 minutes to claim victory.
Alright, well, looks like they're switching it up on us, and we're back to good old-fashioned standard battle. And look, I'm actually spawning in the green neck of the woods, so that's cool. Kind of a weird glitch last time. Alright, which way do we go? Do we go straight? Oftentimes I'll run the 0 line, the 9 line. I'm top tier, so, you know, I don't want to say I don't have anything to fear, but I mean, it's a lot more even or in my favor than, say, bottom tier, you know? Kind of a common sense dumb thing to say because, yeah, that was kind of obvious, right? But I'm going to go ahead and follow these guys over here. 3-4 is probably doing some spotting. Kind of peeking around, see what's going on over there. Tier 6 Russian mediums coming along, and then you got your M6, and you should look the other way, buddy. They're gonna see that? I don't know what he was doing. Well, I mean, I know what he's doing. The M6. Look, he's on fire. Let's see what his end result. Oh God. He plays like I do. But did you see? We were cruising along, and his mistake was he was cruising along. He was checking us out, which I get. I do that too. But then he rounds the corner where the enemy is staring at us, and he's looking in the opposite direction, and his hull is broadside. He gets popped a few times, catches on fire, I think gets popped again, and he's out of the game, and all he got to do was drive. I'm going to pat myself on the back for some pretty decent side scraping. Not too bad. I'm always trying to perfect that and find the sweet spots for the various tanks and map combinations. And sometimes I'm not aware enough because I get too riled up in the game and I don't exactly side scrape enough or the right way. But this one, not too bad. There's that bulge of rubble at the base of the building, which kind of helps with the lower hull action. I was shooting for the T-150, hit the T-14, and bad angle on T-14, and that's why that last one bounced. But so far, you know, I'm tracked. but it's being eaten by the tracks. Now here's good, the bad. The good is the tracks are eating it. I'm repairing. Bad, they can hit my tracks still and make me stay there longer. And I made it. Yay, and I did not have to use my kit because I'm so cheap. I always feel like I want to save it for a later time. And that one I rushed the shot because now I'm a little intimidated because I've been hit so much. I did not want to hang out there. So I have to wait longer, and nice. 333. The teams, it's in the Reds' favor, but it still can go either way. Now here you got Mr. T-14. Got a nice hit right below the turret ring on the upper part of the hull. Tasty. He is done. Looks like we got a baddie over on E1 and followed up by a tank destroyer, so I don't know if they're going to wreak havoc behind us, but I cannot deal with that right now. I have a job to do. Stick to the plan, you know? I mean, when it comes to decisions, there's good decisions, bad decisions, and no decisions. And I don't know if you guys know this, the worst thing you can do is not make a decision or be indecisive. Make a bad decision if you have to, for crying out loud. But make a decision. Alright, took a quick opportunistic shot. You know the side scraping right there? Not happy with it. I should be side scraping a little better, I think. I don't know. Well, now it's a different target, so now it's a different angle, even though I'm not moving. But, see, he nipped me, and I didn't even see him. Now here comes a tog. Right where the driver and gunners sit, right there. But he has 1,000 days worth of health if I'm the only one working on him. And he has a quick reload, and he has a decent tank, so yay, I got him. Oh yes, please show me the rear of your tank. Reloading, and I'm stuck. Yes, come on. And now here's a perfect example. I mean, you know, hindsight's 20/20. I mean, you can be so good at reading what's going on when it's already done. But had I repaired, I would have pulled out sooner. If I pulled out sooner in reverse, I would have been able to have popped that guy in the rear. Who knows how it would have ended. Now we have 3 of our guys working on one man, on one tank. So bad use of resources, and it's all my fault. I feel so bad. We might be able to get this. See, it's too close. Look at the numbers. See, we captured, then they captured. You know how that goes. Too close, so it's going to be a... yeah, it's a draw. But, that was a fun game. That was a pretty good game. Felt like there was a lot of textbook maneuvers in there, and I enjoyed it. You know, it's a cool game you're playing when you can enjoy when you lose, and you can enjoy when you draw, and you know, you can enjoy when you win. But that's cool. 53,000 silver for a tier 6 heavy, 1,800 experience. Not too shabby. And I came in first place. So I have a ton of experience, or I should say enough, 35,000 and change. So we're hopping over. This is the exciting time. 34,000, I believe, was the number to research. There you go. T-150 is now an elite. And as you can see, I had, what, 89,000 silver at the time. There is no way I'm buying the KV-3. Plus, I was saving money for a sale, and I was buying other tanks. And that concludes the after-action report for the T-150. So, for a long time, I'm not going to be playing the T-150 as I'm working on other things. Hopefully you enjoyed it and will continue watching. I appreciate you guys stopping by, and I will catch you guys later.